evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Q Center. As today, the victorious Shamrocks take on their island rivals, the Nanaimo Timbermen. Please help me welcome the lineup for the visiting Nanaimo Timbermen. Starting goaltender number 44, Boston McDonough. Number 1, Jace Stewart. Number 2, Dan O'Leary. Number 4, Archer Irving. Number 5, Dan Bishop. Number 8, Reed Johnson. Number 11, Gavin Gunderson. Number 12, Taylor Harrison. Number 14, Elliot Postings. Number 15, Cole Brontak. Number 18, Jack Reisman. Number 21, Gavin Bourne. Number 23, Matt Tyler.
Yes, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome inside the Q Center in Colwood, British Columbia. Beautiful, breathtaking Vancouver Island. Welcome back to another exciting evening of Victoria Junior Shamrocks action. Clay Cochran with you tonight. Happy to be back again with the Junior Shamrocks this season as they trek along their 2026 path in the BCJALL. Yes, the Shamrocks tonight hosting the Nanaimo Timbermen. The T-men come in town tonight with just the 2 wins in the regular season so far, with that record of 2-13-0 as they visit Colwood for the first time in the regular season. Kind of odd to have that. And we're going to head down in just a moment to listen into the in-house voice that is Jordan Smith announcing tonight's starting lineup. We'll just go ahead and do that right now, and we'll give you the rest of the lead in just after O Canada. We'll be right back. Here's Jordan now.
Sponsored by RSD Roads and Canpro Construction. Number 9, Bracken Williams. Sponsored by Sense Engineering and Mile Zero Brewing. Number 11, Curtis Galbo. Sponsored by the Michaud family, Chris Rich Contracting. Number 13, Marcelo Carrero. Sponsored by the Agency Real Estate Brokerage. Number 17, Grayson Thompson. Sponsored by West Hills Land Corporation. Number 19, Dawson Wade. Sponsored by Jenner Chevrolet Buick GMC. Number 20, Hudson Jenner. Sponsored by Belmont Collision. Number 22, Philip Basinius. Sponsored by Unifor Local 780G and the Victoria Shamrocks Alumni Association. Number 24, Ollie Pemberton. Sponsored by J.S. Hopkins. Number 27, Dorian Connolly. Number 28, Evan McDougall. Sponsored by Concrete Impressions and Hydroforce Limited. Number 29, Jay Klassen. Number 46, Parker Sorensen. Sponsored by Club Phoenix and M&M Food Market. Number 47, Jake Fikowski. Sponsored by Race Rocks number 66, Ben Pollock. Sponsored by J-Bot Properties number 91, Quinn Cram. And sponsored by Little Fruit number 93, Cooper Anderson.
Okay, folks, we're going to step aside and observe the national anthem, and we'll be right back with a contest right after O Canada.
The Victoria Shamrocks would like to acknowledge with respect the traditional lands of the Lekwungen people. As guests on the homelands of the Songhees and Kosetsa First Nations, we would like to thank our hosts as we gather today to play the Creators Game. Now please remain standing for the Canadian National Anthem.
Yes, hello again, fans. Welcome back inside the Q Center in Colwood. Clay Cochran alongside Stan Budden, Aaron McCandless on camera. Our producer-engineer is Chris Budden. His brother Anthony on stats, and at the in-house voice you just heard, public address announcer Jordan Smith. We'll be with you all night long. Starting from my broadcast right, coming in with a record of 2-13-0 and attacking right to left in their dark blacks with red trim. That's the Nanaimo Timbermen down there. Starting in goal will be number 44, Boston McDonald. McDonald coming in with a 1-4-0 record, a 10.00 goals against average, and a .797 save percentage. His last outing was a mop-up appearance back on the 25th of June at the Frank Crane versus these Shamrocks. Came in that night in relief of Jay Stewart. He actually stopped and played about 15 minutes in that game and allowed only one goal. Meanwhile, to my broadcast left down there, yes, brand new netminder, former Delta Islander. That's number 1, Grayson Biggs, getting his first start tonight in Shamrocks green. Attacking left to right, the Shamrocks will be 2-6-1-1 for Biggs. All those numbers, of course, with Delta. A 7.05 goals against, and the top save percentage in the BCJA LL 871. Our referees tonight, it is Darcy Tygat, the lead, Nate Chason, his assistant, and Kyson with a K, Garrett Webb, the 32nd official. And we're about ready to get rocking and rolling here at the Q Center on a Tuesday night, only game in the league. And glad you're with us. Hopefully a couple extra eyeballs maybe on the show tonight. This one should be a good one. Nanaimo with a bunch of APs in the lineup, but don't take them lightly. They came to play, and we have face-off, and the clock is operating at just before 7 p.m. on a Tuesday night, and they score on the opening attack of the night. And that's why I said you got to watch out for these guys. They're coming. And they're coming hard. Look at this, right off the opening face-off, win the draw, down the left wing they came, and a man open in front and puts that one right over the left knee pad of Grayson Biggs. And that was number 5. Looked like Dan Bishop. I think it was Bishop on the goal. It was. A couple of assists. I think Gunderson is going to be in there. And number 43, Connor Nanowski. So just like that, just like I said, do not, I say again, do not take Nanaimo for granted. They may have only got 1-2 wins, but here's the call.
Number 11, Gavin Gunderson. And number 43, Connor Nanowski. Time of the goal, 8 seconds.
8 seconds into the contest. Holy smokes, and boy, it's a little bit of an issue, and I'll get maybe more into that because we had a goal like that on Saturday afternoon. Long lead pass here. Chance here down low for the Shamrocks as they get their first attack in. That's Pavetta with the ball now, but he's going to go back to the point to Sorensen, one of the newcomers, joined the club last week at that trade deadline. Here's Thompson, the captain now. He'll work it to Pollock as he gains the floor. The big fella walks in, sets a pick in front, takes a shot, and a save made there. And the ball will come loose and will be picked up here by McDonald. As we got a player down. Ooh, that looks nasty. Oh my. Very, very slow to get up. That is number 29. That's Brendan Kilgore Flint, one of the AP call-ups, and Kilgore Flint very slow to get up. And boy, looks like he took a stinger, I think, on the left thigh. We'll keep an eye on Kilgore Flint as the evening wears on. Ball possession now in favor of Nanaimo. Again, attacking right to left in those classic black jerseys. And working it to the right point. Here comes Nanaimo now up a goal. If you're just joining us, they scored 8 seconds into the contest. Number 5, Dan Bishop. Unofficially, I got his second of the regular season for Bishop. Did not take long. It was right off the opening draw, and that's where we are here in the early goings if you're just tuning in now. It does not take long in this game, and it doesn't take long for any team, whether they're 2 wins on the season or running wild and free as the Shamrocks have been. But boy, they were stung hard there with that tough loss on Saturday and taught a big lesson by the Adnaks. That'll be one of the subplots tonight as it wears on. Here's Wade with a pass to the corner. Thompson with a no-look pass there behind him. It will miss its intended target, but the captain picks up his loose work. Excuse me, that was Carrero with the ball. Picks up his loose work, but shot clock violation and back under the control of Nanaimo with nothing but honor to play for right now and a whole bunch of starting jobs. That's the key thing. You're going to see a lot of jam in their step tonight. Nanaimo, they got 8, you heard me right, 8 APs in the lineup, and I'll read them off to you in a moment. Here's Bishop looking for more, takes a shot. Toe save there by Beggs, and the ball will come free, and the Shamrocks underhand pass out of the zone. It was a tough one, too hard to handle, out of the reach of its intended target. I think it was Klassen. Excuse me, that was Connolly, Dorian Connolly. By the way, Klassen in the lineup tonight. It's first official start for Jet Klassen, wearing number 29. He's got a goal on the season, does Klassen, but this is his first official start. He's looking for lots of minutes. You'll hear about that in the coaches show for you after the first period's in the books. Meanwhile, not yet 3 minutes gone here, and Nanaimo already up 1-0. Irving stutter steps to his left. Now he'll work it right side. Top of the point, low shot coming through, and a save made there by Beggs. And he was down with excellent fundamentals. Grayson Beggs, he's taught these Shamrocks a couple lessons already this season. 2 of his victories came against the Rocks. And he was with Delta for most of this 2026 season. There's a shot from the captain right into the center of the logo of Boston McDonald. And speaking of good fundamentals, he's got him as a goaltender. Big number 44 for the Nanaimo Timbermen. Nanaimo now back on the attack, right side. Contact, trying to squeeze through. He's got help here on the left side from Johnson. Now Johnson will feed back to the right point. This is Thomas, Jaden Thomas with it now. Takes a shot well wide. He's going to skip over the stick of number 2, Daniel O'Leary. And the ball will come free. Shamrocks on the attack. We got a whistle and somebody dumped coming off the bench of Nanaimo. And I think we, for a second there, thought we were going to have a penalty, but nope, they're going to wash that out. Might have been a moving violation, not sure, but we'll sort that out perhaps later. Down to the right side corner, long swing pass to the left side, looking for his man. It'll be a quick feed, Carrero. Now to Pollock. Pollock looking for somebody in front, trying to work the cycle. Takes a low shot himself, went off a leg in front. Nice little block, but it's going to be picked up here by Nanaimo. Lots of speed down the left wing, and it'll be Lee, one of the APs, one of the many APs. Watch for this young player, Morgan Lee, number 24. He almost was away on a full breakaway there. I was talking to the coaching staff in Nanaimo pregame, and Lee's one of their big up-and-comers, but a big giveaway there. Chance here on the breakaway, going the other way. Chance here for Pavetta, walking in. Pavetta takes a shot. Toe save made there by McDonald, right off the toe cap on the left foot. And what a job there by McDonald, as he had big Luca Pavetta coming in here, and the Utah Utes defenseman stymied after a beautiful steal. You heard in that coach's show last week, or on the weekend, Dave Bremner talking about how coveted as a defensive player Luca Pavetta. You could see it right there on the steal. Super job there, and an even better stop by McDonald. Here's a loose ball in front. McDonald just will scoop it up, and a bounce pass to the left side will be picked up here by Gunderson, who will come away with room down the left wing. Carson Gunderson dishes off there. Just getting around his man was Thomas. Now he'll feed down low to O'Leary. O'Leary will wait for the rest of the reinforcements to appear. Right side elbow, another stutter stop there. Nanowski, and he'll feed it down into the corner, but a loose ball will come free, and an errant pass will go off the stick of Thomas, and it'll be Holy Pemberton away with it now in front of the scoring table and down to my broadcast right. Pemberton flips off at the top of the point. Wade hassled hard, and you can see postings and players like him pushing the house out deep here by Nanaimo. Long shot there, they score. And wow, what a rip shot that one was. Dawson Wade just absolutely pile drive that one in the bottom of the net. Went 5-hole on McDonald, and we'll watch it here on the rebound. You can see he just got tons of leverage on that one, and he went right through the wickets of Boston McDonald. And that was Dawson Wade. I've got it unofficially. It's his 8th of the regular season for Wade. Oh, yeah, Wade. The assist on the play will be Carrero. And I do believe number 29, Jet Klassen, is going to get his first assist of the season.
Dawson Wade. Assist to number 13, Marcelo Carrero. And number 29, Jet Klassen.
So Wade, I was correct, his 8th of the regular season from Carrero and Klassen as the ball bounces into the bench of the Shamrocks. And at 5:45, that scoring play, we're all tied up here in the early goings of period number 1 on a rare Tuesday nighter. This one got started on time. It was dealt in here several Tuesdays ago. Here's a chance in tight, and the ball goes free. It went just over the shoulder. Might have touched the top of the shoulder of Boston McDonald. I'm not sure if they're going to award him with the shot again. Shots on goal right now, 5-4 in favor of the Shamrocks. But they've got a fresh 30, so it obviously must have touched the goalkeeper. Here's Thompson trying to feed it down low, but a great defensive play picked up here and just above the half circle by Gunderson, but he loses it after making that great defensive stop. Now trying to set up the half-court offense with a couple changes being made. Another shot in tight. McDonald, a beautiful save there as he read the screen set up in front of him. Quickly, it's stolen right back. Thompson, he'll feed it to the near side. He's got Anderson with it now. Dylan Anderson. He'll feed off to Carrero. Back to the corner. Now coming out of that spot. Taking a low shot there and a save made. Big rebound came out. Loose ball. Trying to pick it up. Amelia players out of his crease area was McDonald trying to help out. And the Shamrock player looks like he's lost his helmet. And that was number 29, Jet Klassen's helmet down there as he went screaming off like greased lightning back to the bench. O'Leary pressed hard at center. Klassen's helmet finally rolls its way to the open door of the Shamrocks bench, and there's all kinds of stuff going on. Confusing as can be. Just over 12 minutes to go here in this first period. Ball will bounce into the protective netting behind Beggs after a missed shot by the Timbermen, and it'll be Guibault picking it up at center floor. Over the logo he comes, almost mixed up with Wade, who tied it up moments ago. Now Wade will step his way to his right and wait for the rest of the changes to be coming off the bench. Wade, nice pass to the left side, but goes off the stick, quickly recovered. And now another errant pass misses Bucinius, but he again recovers and has the ball now. Left side, Pollock working in front. Nice little pick set up. That's going to be a loose ball that'll come free, and it'll be Nanaimo with Lee right down that left wing. The speed on Lee is noticeable. Here's Gunderson now with it. Top of the left point, and he'll take a long 50-foot pass that meets its mark on the far right side. That's number 32, Mon. Right side, top point, Thompson. He'll work it left. Bishop back to the right side to Thompson, and his errant pass will miss and will be off the stick and picked up here by Williams, junior B player. That is Brecken Williams, off to St. Bonaventure in a couple seasons from now. But as they start tonight is number 9, Brecken Williams. He'll go off for changes, and the Shamrocks will take over on the half-court offense with Anderson. Ball control now, and a loose chance there. Thompson takes a shot there high in the air. Good athletic play by Anderson, and collects it now behind the net. Tries the over the top, and that one almost worked. He went full airborne, but no, geez. Hopefully he hasn't injured himself. Boy, he went down hard after making that athletic play. Very slow to get up. He's number 5, Dylan Anderson, as the ball will come loose and Beggs will pick it up. And now going the other way, here comes Sorensen. Rapid end-to-end action tonight. All sorts of stuff going on at the Nanaimo bench. There's another shot and another stop there by Boston McDonald. Unofficially, I've got it as his 9th shot against. And we're not even past the opening 10 minutes of this first period. 1-1 the score if you're just joining us. Timbermen scored first on the even strength. 8 seconds into the ball game. And about 5 minutes ago, the Shamrocks tied it up also on the even strength. There's a shot and another stop by Beggs. And he makes a clean escape down the right wing with speed into the zone as Williams again. A lot of junior B products on this Shamrocks club that have done wonders for Dave Brenner's lacrosse team that's been struck by so many injuries, but they're starting to come back. We're talking about the Klassens of the world. This pass here in front, it bounces free, misses everyone, player dump, and no call on the play. Oh, actually they are. They're going to say it was a loose ball push, and it'll remain in control of the Shamrocks. Right side, Bucinius. Little stutter step, look for a man in front. Pass just missed. No, it didn't. It was on Wade's stick. I thought Wade missed it, but Wade got the shot off, and now he's been picked up on a penalty here, and Darcy Taggett is going to send the pair of them. I think one maybe for, I don't know if that's an embellishment call going against number 29, Kilgore Flint. Glad to see he's all right. Remember, he was shook up there about 5 minutes ago, but Wade was the other. So they're both going for roughing. I thought one was going for roughing and one was going for something else, but it's going to be roughing against both players. And Wade will sit for 2 or less, or well, for the full 2, I should say, excuse me, as will Kilgore Flint. We're going to see some 4-on-4 action for a couple minutes here.
2 minutes for roughing. And to the Timberman, number 29.
We'll look past there, man in front. O'Leary picked it up. So 2 minutes for roughing. Colton and Old Miners, and we're 4-on-4 for a couple minutes. Here's Quinn Cram, who had that beautiful 2-on-1 setup play there late in the ball game on Saturday afternoon. Ball to the left side, works the elbow. Stutter steps around a man, can't do it. Thompson will play it here. Down to the top of the left point, back to Thompson on a give and go. He's got Anderson on the pick. Works to the left side. Now they'll work it around. That's high motion offense starting to get its high clip there. Player caught high in the helmet. No call on the play. It's picked up after the save made by McDonald. And a second player falls to the floor. And I think we're going to have a penalty here against the Timbermen. I think it'll be number 15, Cole Prontak, one of the mainstay starters on this club. I'm going to say cross-checking 2 minutes against Prontak. Well, actually, it is a 4-minute double minor? I think I see we got a cross-check and a checking from behind penalty. Yeah, it is a 4-minute. It is a 4-minute double minor to Prontak. So cross-checking and a checking from behind penalty. We got some equipment issues with the goaltender, McDonald. He's going to go for repairs, but it'll give us a chance to tell you what's going on in Junior B action. I mentioned in the lineup tonight, one of the mainstays, Brecken Williams, wearing jersey number 9 tonight. But those Junior Bs, they finished first in BC Junior B Lacrosse, and they're going to be hosting Langley right here at 12:30 in the afternoon next Saturday in the best of 3, game 1 here Saturday afternoon. That's a 12:30 start here at the Q Center. Hope you can come into the building for that one, cheer on the Junior Bs. I'll be here nice and early. I'll definitely be on site for that, because right after that we got the Junior A's in here hosting Poco for the last. That's the Poco Saints in here in that huge battle for 2nd or 3rd place, wherever that's going to end up. Could be 4th, who knows, but that game is going to be a significant one. We'll talk more on that, but back to the Junior Bs. Yes, indeed, the Junior Bs hosting Langley, as I said, Saturday afternoon. That'll be a best of 3, and in that other, that's of course the first half of the semifinals in Junior B in the province, and then on the other half of the bracket, it's the Poco Saints. They finished in 2nd in Junior B. They're going to be hosting the Adnaks in that other half, and they've got a Saturday afternoon game, I do believe, as well. Check your listings for that one. Okay, so here's the call.
Time of those penalties, 11-18. Prontak, 2 minutes for check from behind. 2 minutes for a cross check.
So as you just heard there, Prontak with the 2. Checking from behind and a cross-check. Doubles up as a 4-minute double minor, and it'll be a very rare, you don't see in lacrosse very often, a 4-on-3 power play here for another 40 seconds. And then, of course, both Wade and Kilgore Flint will be out of the box, and that should refer to that time to about a 3 minutes 5-on-4 standard power play. And I'll give you the power play numbers for Dave Bremner's power play in a moment, as soon as we get a sec to check ourselves. Here's Thompson feeding to Pollock, back to Thompson. Remember, we're 4-on-3 here for another 40 seconds. Thompson left side, and trying to climb the ladder again with that ladder play was Pollock. Beautiful stop there by McDonald. Just 2 seconds left, and here comes Kilgore Flint and Wade both onto the floor for their instructions. So back to a regular 5-on-4 power play look here for Bremner's power play, clicking along at 31% against a 600 penalty kill unit here for Nanaimo. Big shot there, and a stop by McDonald. I think it might have glanced off his cage, as you could hear a quick little thwack as it went through. Fresh 30 here for the Shamrocks as they'll work it clockwise around the horn. Back to Pollock. Now back to the right side. Anderson comes in close, takes a shot, and a power play goal will score. Then number 5, Dylan Anderson, gives the Shamrocks the lead for the first time tonight. Watch this clockwise action, and then they run it counterclockwise. Somebody might have missed an assignment there because nobody picked up a check on Dylan Anderson, and he marched right in and got a low shot past the right leg of Boston McDonald. It should be Anderson's 16th goal of the regular season. It should be as well number 66, Pollock, and the captain, Grayson Thompson. I think he's going to get the other assist. We'll find out in a moment. Here it is.
Play by number 5, Dylan Anderson. Assist to number 66, Ben Pollock. And number 17, Grayson Thompson.
So Anderson, as I said, his 16th regular season. That one was a power play marker. And still another power. There's another one, and 2 power play goals, both on the Prontac double minors. So the power play is 2 for 2 right off the Schneid. And a great job there power play wise. And we'll just see on the replay here. You can see Pollock feeds it in there, and a quick look on the right side. And boy, it's going to be Anderson with 2 goals in about 25 seconds. That one as well from number 66, Pollock, and Grayson Thompson.
By number 5, Dylan Anderson. Assist to number 66.
So essentially the same scoring play, the usual suspects, same personnel involved in the previous power play goal. Actually rinse and repeat, and the Shamrocks have extended their lead now 3-1. Pair of power play goals put them ahead here, and both of them on that Prontac double minor. Here's Bishop with a low swinging shot there, just missing wide. It'll bounce on the near side board. It's going to be an over and back, and it'll be the Nanaimo ball here. Excuse me, it should be a Shamrocks ball here coming out of the whistle. To the left side, Carrero. He'll work it to the corner. Back to the right side to Wade. He got things going, tying things up there partway through this first period. Back to Wade. Fakes the windup. Now tries to shake off a check. Does that. Good pick up here by Carrero. He can't find the lane. Now he does. Takes the shot there. Save made by McDonald. Ends up in his equipment. Can't find it. It finally comes free, as it's apt to do in lacrosse. And now away with the ball here up the left wing is Garcia, one of the 8 AP call-ups. AJ Garcia. He'll go off, and Johnson will take over here at the left wing for Nanaimo. O'Leary feeding down to the corner. Mon with it. He had a 4-goal game, did Mon. Long shot there, and a save made by Beggs. Right off the chest protector. Came right out in a big, huge, juicy rebound. It's picked up here finally by Jenner. Makes a long pass there through traffic. It works out. Boy, that's kind of Jenner's style. He doesn't have a whole lot of points on the season, but I will tell you, in the lineup again tonight, Hudson Jenner. I think he's actually got the prettiest assist on the entire season. Goes all the way back to, I think, that Poco game in game 1, if I remember, in the regular season. A headman pass that Jenner made. I'd like to see him get more action, and he's in the lineup again tonight. Made a beautiful pass there. Picked up here by Beggs, and he'll headman it to the Shamrocks forward as they try to get it moving. Here's Anderson on the right side. Anderson shoulders his way off a check. Picked up here on the left wing. Klassen trying to hammer his way through. Big Klassen working it in tight. Takes a shot. Save made there. And what a bit of work there. Jet Klassen, as he was lumbering in with speed, managed to keep his helmet through all that traffic. Now on the left side, good entry here by Irving. This is Archer Irving. Lost the handle, though, and it's now going to be picked up here by the Shamrocks as they race through traffic here in the left wing. Trying to get it out of the zone. Can't do so. Lost it at the center floor, and it's going to bounce into the net. Bounce into the bench of the Shamrocks, and having a little bit of trouble finding it down there. Finally comes out. 3:50 left to go here, and a 3-1 lead. Not a lot of stops, not a lot of whistles, except for those 2 penalties. And that'll be the Shamrocks here setting up down low. Right side, Bucinius trying to reach in to keep it under control. It'll be Wade that has it now. The left side. Low shot there, just missing wide. And a bounce free. It'd be a tough play off the wall, but Wade made quick work of that. He got help there on the left side. Now a low shot coming through, faked it. Carrero takes a shot in tight, and he scores. A beautiful setup play there by Evan McDougall. It was McDougall with the ball in the corner. Watch this. Here's McDougall, the newcomer. He picks it up, works off a couple checks, and McDougall pays a huge price there. But just before he was checked off the ball, got the release. Watch this release here from McDougall. McDougall right here, nice and slow. Look at that. McDougall, he's about to get absolutely hammered here, McDougall. And bang, gets the ball away right up to Carrero, and Carrero puts it home. What a beautiful play that was. 4-1 the score. It should be Carrero from McDougall, and I think Wade would get the other assist. We'll find out in a moment. Here's the call.
Marcelo Carrero. Assist to number 28, Evan McDougall. And number 19, Dawson Wade.
Yeah, so I was right there. It is Wade.
Carrero from McDougall.
Carrero, big hit there along the boards. That should be Carrero's 20th of the regular, his 19th of the regular season. There's not a Shamrock on the club that's got 20. If I am correct. A bunch of them near it. There's a big battle for kind of like the 18, 17. A couple guys at 18. Carrero now on 19, I've got unofficially. But nobody's hit the 20 mark yet. That should happen, hopefully, this weekend. On the left side. Big swing pass. It works out. And that'll be Harrison, number 12 with it. Tanner Harrison lost control of the ball, and it's going to swing loose on the save of Grayson Beggs. Just over 2 minutes left to go. Here's Pavetta. Big speed down the wing. Pavetta one-handed on the stick. Bounce pass, faked it, and lost control of it right at the top of the crease area. Now it'll be the Nanaimo Timbermen away with the ball here. Garcia, A.J. Garcia, bouncing it in his stick, and he was just going to carry it almost all the way to the bench. I think he was just having trouble having it release out of the end of his stick. Mon with it. O'Leary. O'Leary loads up, takes a shot there, and a save made by Beggs. And boy, Beggs was settled right in to the position. Allowed a goal on the first shot of the game. We saw that. And Dan Bishop's opening goal, the only marker for Nanaimo, right off the faceoff, 8 seconds in. I said I was going to get back to that. We saw a goal on Saturday night just 5 seconds after the Shamrocks had scored a goal in that third period. There was, I want to say it was Lady. Yeah, I think it was Lady. At any rate, it was only 5 seconds after the Shamrocks had scored a goal. That might be a record in the BCJALL. And if it's not, you can phone in and let me know, and I'll buy you a Coke. I'd suspect that Lady might have set a record. 5 seconds it took to score that one. I've seen some 8s. I've never seen 5 seconds. That is a new one on me. Here's Wade. The long pass there works out to the left side. Ollie Pemberton, he feeds it down low. Now a feed in front, shot, they score. What a beautiful give and go, and it's going to be Evan McDougall with his first goal in Junior A. And McDougall, who promises to be an absolutely outstanding addition to this Shamrocks club, is set up in front. Looked like he was close. Watch here on the replay. His feet were perilously close to the crease area, but he got that released, I think, just as his toes were outside the white line. Very, very close, McDougall. But it's going to stand, and it'll be McDougall from Carrera. And I think Pemberton.
Assistant number 13, Marcelo Carrero. And number 24, Ollie Pemberton.
So Carrero and Pemberton, as I said, on what I've got as McDougall's first goal in Junior A. He had, as I trying to tell you about last weekend, something like just an insane number of points in Junior B in Ontario. Something like I want to say 267 points, something just absolutely crazy. I don't have that note added to my piece there. Shoots and scores, 5-hole they go. And a simple little low shot by Dylan Anderson. Ball over the left side, finds a man on the right, and then that's Dylan Anderson, and he just decides to unload. There are only 5 seconds left to go in the period. And a tough one there for Boston McDonald, as that one went right through the 5-hole. And with 5.4 left, it's going to be a 6-1 lead going down the tunnel here for the Shamrocks. Should be Carrero, and I think Bucinius will get the second helper. 3-2-1, that's it for period number 1. Here's the call.
The game scored by number 5, Dylan Anderson. Assist to number 13, Marcelo Carrero. And number 22, Philip Bucinius. Time of that goal, 1954. Anderson from Carrero and Bucinius at 19.
So Anderson, his second of the period, 17th of the regular season, an even strength marker, as you heard there, from Marcelo Carrero and the aforementioned Philip Bucinius. And that's got us to a 6-1 lead. Shamrocks out of the gate, not great. Just a few seconds in, 8 seconds in, and it was 1-0 Nanaimo. We'll have a quick look at the stats pack, see what the guys got here for us. We got a small group of probably 3 quick highlights from that first period. I think we'll probably see the Nanaimo goal because it was quite interesting. It was right off that opening face-off, as I said, and I think I was warning you folks just as we had the face-off. Here it is, how dangerous this club can be, and to not take them lightly. And boy, the Shamrocks obviously weren't listening to me. That's right off the opening faceoff. That's 8 seconds in. A beautiful little play there off the lead-in, and Bishop with the goal. That made it 1-0. Then on the power play a little bit later, remember we had that double minor going, and a beautiful setup there in front, and a power play goal for Dylan Anderson. Beautiful swing pass to the right side, worked it to the left, over to the right, and that was that final one there as Dylan Anderson put that one home. And there's your 3 quick scoring plays there in period number 1. And we're going to step aside. We got the coaches show coming up. Fun fact I failed to mention to you, we got Darren Rising tonight in the coaches show. Decided to switch things up. Did the coaching staff, and the assistant coach, one of the assistant coaches under, of course, Junior Shamrocks head coach Dave Bremner decided to join us here tonight for the coaches show. So we'll have Darren Rising coming up right about now. But it's 6-1 the score. Shamrocks on top against the Timbermen after 20 minutes. Here comes the coaches show. We'll be right back in a moment. Yeah, we're pregame here with Darren Rising, the assistant coach of the Shamrocks. Good to be with you there, Darren.
Thanks very much.
Welcome to the show. Yeah, kind of nice having an assistant coach up here every once in a while, kind of switch things up. Look, Darren, I'll start with one tough question that I'll field at you. Look, coming off a 3-game road trip where you win them all, you're north of 15 goals in all 3 of those road wins, and you come back here against, well, the back-to-back Minto Cup champions, and they kind of reminded you that's what they are. What was Saturday afternoon like for you?
I think you hit the nail on the head. We played very well on the road, full team games, full complete games, and then we came here. I'm not sure exactly if we had the right frame of mind to take on a Portland, right? But they let us know that you're correct. They are the champs still, and until we take it from them, that's something we still got to keep working towards.
Yeah, and let's be fair, that was the rubber match of 3 games. You've been successful in their barn once this year. They got the 2 here, but the fact remains is that, look, Pat Coyle does what Pat Coyle does every year. He's reloaded in a big way, but enough about the Adnacks. Let's talk about you guys. Enough about them. Let's talk about you guys. You've added a few pieces as well. Maybe it's going to take a little time to get them, but, as Dave Bremner was telling me on Saturday, he's most excited about promoting from within, the players that are coming back from within. And, I'm talking about the Pavettas of the world. I'm talking about the Classens of the world. And tell us about them.
Agree 100%. Getting 2 of our best players back in the lineup who haven't played all year, in Jet and Luca, it's like getting 2 new players in your team that you're very familiar with. Right. Evan from back east, picking up Begsy from Delta and Parker. It's like we have 5 fresh faces in the lineup. And we were not healthy for a big stretch there. So getting some of those guys back, adding Luca, adding Jet, we got to get back on the swing of things tonight, do things properly, and move towards Saturday and the last one in Delta, and then get ready for playoffs.
Yeah, and of course, I failed to mention too, of course, you had a brand new goaltender, top save percentage in the entire league, and that's Grayson Beggs. And tell us about what it means to have him now signed to your club. Is this big? Finally, Snow has a backup, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I think like not only we got a goalie who's played a quality season this year,
Right.
stoned us twice, the 2 times we played him, but there's been a lot of pressure on Gus, whether he's felt it or not. He's had to play every game, almost every minute. So this is a nice relief for him too. He's had a great year. Biggsy's going to come in and be a great support, and now we have a 1 and a 1A. So we're really happy to have that support for everybody in the back end.
You bet. And I actually should know this before asking. Who's getting the start tonight, by the way?
Grayson's getting his first start.
Okay, so Beggs will be in net tonight, okay. And we're going to see Klassen tonight as well.
Klassen's getting his first official start as well.
Right.
He's got clearance from his doctors and trainers, and he's pretty excited.
Now, on Klassen, coming back from that lower body injury, clearance and everything, but he does have some minutes in some games. Does he not this year?
Yeah.
I'm not asking inside stuff, but
no,
it's medical.
It was to make sure he got his games in.
Right.
We certainly didn't put him under any duress.
No, I didn't think so.
But this is his first official full game, and we'll go baby steps with him. But he's already asking for full minutes.
That sounds like the player.
Yeah.
Look, Coach, I appreciate that. Just 2 last questions here. First of all, I want to say the sort of your path to the playoffs is all sorted out, because it sure isn't. You got to win some games, and this is going to be a big one tonight. I want to finish with Nanaimo in a moment, but Coach, these final 3 games are really going to decide the path. I'm sure that message has been passed on to the players without trying to put too much onto them, but that your path, where you go, second, third, heck. You're not totally in yet. There's teams that could catch you. The Salmon Bellies could catch you.
Yep.
There's still games to play, and you're going to really have to dial in. That message must be getting to the team.
Very much so. And not only are there games to play, but there's games for us to continue to get better.
Yeah.
I think first is out of reach.
Yeah.
But depending on how we do these last 3, puts us in 2, 3, or 4.
Exactly.
I guess there is a possibility of not being there. I don't think we're looking that way.
Right.
We have expressed to the boys how important it is to play properly, play prepared for playoffs, and that starts tonight again. We'll get back on that horse that we won 4 to 5 there. We're doing okay.
Love that. Talking about that, your guest tonight, Nanaimo. Funny enough, strange year, Coach. Nanaimo's been normally down here a few times. It's just the way it's worked out.
Yeah.
First time they've been down here to Colwood. Tell us what you remember about Nanaimo the last few times you played them. They've made some changes. They've offloaded some players to other teams, including the aforementioned Pat Goyles, Adnax. Enough on them. But tell us what you remember about Nanaimo and why you got to be especially careful tonight on, let's just call it a bogey team that can come up and snap at you anytime on a Tuesday night.
For sure. They're super young. They went for it last year, and that created them having to have a younger lineup this year. I know most of those boys having them at Claremont, so I'm very familiar with them, and I know how badly they would love to snuff the torch at the Shamrocks tonight down here. We've taken them two times up there, and I know that whether they're as talented as us or not, that's a quality team, quality players, and they will be doing everything they can to take a W tonight.
Darren Rising, assistant coach, getting ready for the Nanaimo Timbermen tonight. Thanks for this, Coach.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Back again here at the Q Center. Clay Cochran with you, getting set here for second period action with the Shamrocks up 6-1. An absolute plethora of goals in the back end of that period. And I failed to mention Dylan Anderson getting a hat trick there in that first period. Scored 2 goals there, sort of at the halfway mark, but I failed to mention that goal with about 5.4 seconds left to go. A little bit of a backbreaker goal late in that period. Anderson, his 17th. That one is third of the night. And that's now got the Shamrocks up in a very comfortable 6-1 lead after 20 minutes here with the Nanaimo Timbermen with 8 players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. They have 9 call-ups tonight. Archer Irving, number 4. Jack Prizeman, number 18. 21, Gavin Bourne. Number 24, Morgan Lee. We talked a lot about Lee. Brendan Kilgore-Flint, number 29. Took that knock, but he's all right. And number 32, Ryland Mon. And 33 is Carson Gunderson. Number 43, Connor Nanowski. And 56, AJ Garcia. All 9 of those young men are AP call-ups and are essentially fighting for jobs for next year. So I expect we're going to see a lot of those players. And obviously not only tonight, but for the remaining games for you Nanaimo Timbermen fans tuning in. And we're glad to have you with us tonight. A recap of scoring. We won't get all of it in, but don't forget, it was Nanaimo scoring 8 seconds into the game on a Dawson Bishop second goal of the season marker. Just seconds in, right off the opening faceoff. And of course, here in the second period, attacking left to right will be the aforementioned Timbermen. And we got a penalty here right just 11 seconds into the second period, and it's going to be against the Shamrocks. And I think it's going to be Connolly. It is Dorian Connolly, 2 minutes for a slash. And that's going to put Ty Yanko's power play to effect. 355, 35.5% efficiency for the Timbermen, going up against Bremner's penalty kill unit at 62.3%, a penalty kill unit that's continued to improve all season for Dave Bremner and the coaching staff. And my thanks to Darren Rising, assistant coach. The Shamrocks are joining me there in that coach's show. Hope you caught that. On the right side on the power play for the first time tonight, the Timbermen will take over in the man advantage. Down in the corner, Mon picks up his own rebound. It went off the end boards and off the dashes. It came right back to Mon's stick, send it in deep. Now a 2-on-1 battle is going to be, is it won here finally by the Shamrocks? It is. They just waited for that 30-second shot clock to expire. Now short-handed down the right wing will come Pavetta. We'll wait for reinforcements to appear, and it's Carrero with it now. Carrero feeding down into the corner. Left side, McDougall. And McDougall will just survey the shorthanded offense here. And McDougall happy just to rag the ball here with just over under 10 seconds left to go. Check that under 3. Carrero's going to have to hurry, and he's lifted almost out of his sneakers and fell to the floor, lost control of the ball, and now going the other way will come Gunderson. He'll feed off to Thomas, number 77, who's got the ball now. Back to Mon. I mentioned he had a 4-goal game there at Queen's Park there on Sunday night, and that loss. There's a shot off the post and out, came back right off the right post to you, the viewer, left post to Grayson Beggs. And Beggs thanks the iron, and it'll be Cram with the ball here entering the zone again. Shorthanded, it'll be Klassen, looks up to check the clock. Under 15 seconds left to go. Connolly not yet on his feet. And he'll be out the door here in a second. Not sure what the directions was from the coaching staff, but here's Klassen, stutter steps. He's just going to run in. Klassen takes a shot high into the air, and he scores. And lots of emotion coming out of Jet Klassen as he went full 82nd airborne on that one. And wow, watch this replay here. Klassen just takes matters into his own hands, and he just climbed the ladder one more time here. Ball goes into the corner. Man comes out of the box. They're back to 5-on-5. Klassen sees that, and he senses the confusion in front on what I think was maybe a missed assignment. And Klassen said to himself, I know what to do. I'm just going to take this ball hard to the lane along the goal line. Here's another shot right off the face-off. That time it was Pavetta. And another stop there by Boston McDonald, but here's the call.
Assist to number 91, Quinn Carney. And number 93, Cooper Anderson. Time of the goal, 2:13.
So Klassen with his second. There's a shot and another save made there by Beggs. Ball comes loose. It'll be Jenner. Nice little play there by Jenner. Gets it to Cram on the left side, who picked up one of the assists on the aforementioned Klassen goal. Second goal of the game for Jed Klassen. You knew things were going to pick up when Klassen got back into the lineup full and healthy, and boy, he's made a mark here early in this contest tonight. Carrero to the left side. He's got help here. And in front again, Carrero shoots and he hits the back of the net. And just like that, it's 8-1. And boy, the Shamrocks having no trouble scoring tonight. Easy little play here on the left side. McDougall with it. And you can see McDougall finds once again on a give and go back to Carrero, and Marcelo Carrero puts that one away for what should be his 20th goal of the regular season. So Carrero, I've got unofficially, is the first Shamrock to hit the 20 goal mark. As I was trying to give you the assist there, it was on the earlier goal from a Jed Klassen, and that was, I want to say it was Quinn Cram and Cooper Anderson. I'll have to check that. On this particular one, I believe there'll be a second assist to McDougall, but we're going to have a goalie change here, and McDonald's going to come out of the ball game, and in relief will be Jay Stewart, number 1, the normal starting goaltender in Stewart. And I'll give you Stewart's numbers in a moment. 1-7-0-1. We'll give you that on the next stop. Oh, we got a injured player here, possibly. Wow, that looks painful. Not sure who that is. Number 33, I do believe there, Gunderson, as he gets to his feet and he hobbles painfully over to the bench. Net emptied, my broadcast right, so Beggs at the bench. All sorts of stuff going on. We got a momentary penalty coming up, delay penalty coming up against Nanaimo. So we got a momentary 6-on-5 situation here with Pollock working the ball here to Thompson, the captain. Back swing pass, no look shot there in front, and a player absolutely crushed in front of the crease area. And it was Carrero who wore that, but we got a penalty coming to a Nanaimo player, I think, who might have actually been on the bench. I think it's 2 minutes. Actually, it's a bench minor, so it might have been an illegal substitution. And we'll find out in a moment what that was. I didn't see it. I just saw, obviously, Beggs rushing to the bench on the delay. But it'll be a bench minor. It's going to be served by, I think, Harrison. I think Tanner Harrison, number 12, the Mercyhurst University player. Actually, it's unsportsmanlike. Okay. Low shot there. And a save made by Stewart. Number Jay Stewart coming in relief of the aforementioned Boston McDonald, who lasted for about 25 minutes, short of 25, I suppose, tonight. And I'll give you Jay Stewart's numbers in a moment with the power play back to effect here. Unofficially, I've got it 2 for 2 for Dave Bremner's power play. Having no trouble there on that 2-minute. Remember, it was a double minor, if you remember, to Prontak in that first period, kind of halfway through that first frame. Working the ball, top of the point, Carrero. No look past to Thompson, and a high climb play for it, picked up there by Klassen. Well, he's an athletic player for sure in Klassen. You saw his goal there moments ago. He's got the ball now. Klassen trying to get around a check, sets up. Thompson takes a shot there, does the captain. Misses off the end boards. But it must have hit the goaltender because we got a fresh 30 going here for the Rocks. Pollock feeds the captain down low to the corner. Pavetta swings it back to the captain. Now Pollock sets up a pick. Klassen left side. Now to Pavetta. Back to Carrero. And another swing pass. Didn't like the look. And just total domination in possession here. McDougall Backhanded pass there, works out, shot right on. Stewart with the save, and it's picked up here on a fresh 30. Here comes Carrero. Fake the shot over to the right side. Ball comes loose. Thompson with it. He'll pick it up inside the left elbow and down low. Tough play there for Pollock. Plays it off the wall. Did a nice job there. Pollock now back to the point. McDougall loads up. Long shot there, but misses wide, and it'll swing all the way. Watch out. Breakaway here. Short-handed breakaway as well. Here comes Bishop. Down the wing. Takes a shot. Save made there. Short-handed. What a chance there by Bishop. Remember, he scored that opening goal, did Dan Bishop, and he had a breakaway short-handed, and he almost had a short-handed goal to boot on a breakaway. Exciting moment there on a bad giveaway by the Shamrocks. And they're back under control now, back to 5-on-5. Another chance in here tight. And Klassen trying to pick it up and went off his kneecap, I think. It'll finally come free. Now speed down the wing. Here's Lee again. He's got to be one of the fastest runners on the floor. Very impressive player in Morgan Lee. Lost the ball there. Now in front, takes a shot and a save made by Beggs. And it'll come loose here at the near sidewall. And up it will be Guibault. Lugging the ball down the wing with speed, but he's checked hard to the wall. Keeps the ball under control. He's got Klassen to his left. He'll work it to the top of the point, though. Pollock work to the far corner and out of the Zamboni corral zone will come Klassen with it now. Shoulders his check. Gets it to the right side. Long pass there. Destined for Pollock. Almost had it, but it went off the end of his stick. Now it'll be Guibault trying to pick it up here in tight. Guibault takes a shot from distance. Save made there by Stewart. And it comes loose, and it'll be Nanaimo away with it now up the right side. Number 56, Garcia. Got Nikowski now with it. Working on the right side. Nanowski, excuse me. He'll work it to the left side. Trying to play it off in front and finally come free on a funny bounce. And Nanowski now in a little bit of trouble because he's waiting for support. There's no black shirts on the left side of the floor, and it was basically Nanowski almost by himself. He had no help except for maybe Tanner Harrison, but they were all loaded on the right side, and there was nobody on the left as the exchange area was full of Nanaimo Timbermen. Now Klassen trying to set a hard pick. McDougall now will stutter step it to his right side. Now he'll go left, one hand pass there, but into black jerseys. Can Klassen pick it up? Can't. He's hammered to the floor, and it'll come free now on a semi-break up the right wing. And through traffic, it'll be Prontak into the zone. He'll pass off to Bourne. All these AP call-ups doing great work here for the Timbermen and Ty Yanko. Right side. Into the zone, in deep. Thompson, he'll slow things down, working to Johnson, back to the elbow. And now Nanowski back on the floor, working it to O'Leary. Will step in here, try to make a play. O'Leary hassled hard off the play by Pavetta, but keeps the ball alive. But Pavetta wasting just enough time there to expire the shot clock. And we might have a penalty coming up here against Nanaimo again. Holding, I think holding the stick, the call, and I was not against Nanaimo. It was against the Shamrocks. Forgive me, and I should have realized that because it was Jay Stewart that was running to the bench there. Cochran, McDougall on a 2-minute holding the stick call, and he'll sit for 2 or less here, and it'll put the Nanaimo Timbermen back on the power play for the second time tonight. Unofficially, I've got them 0 for 1. Yeah, good crowd in here tonight on a Tuesday night. Hope you're enjoying this one. Blake Cochran with you, along with my superb crew. Stan Budden on camera with Aaron McCandless on the upstairs. Chris Budden, our producer engineer, Anthony Budden on stats, and that's the voice of Jordan Smith, our in-house announcer. So 8-1 the score here, almost halfway through the ball game. Power play number 2 here for Nanaimo. They'd love to get one back. Long shot there, hit the end boards and missed well wide. That'll be an over and back, and the Shamrocks will take over on offense down a man. $1:32 to go. And the McDougall holding the stick minor. But yeah, real good crowd in here tonight. I don't know if we can get the camera down below to maybe spin around and sort of show the crowd, especially the larger crowd here down on the corner. But it's good to see on a Tuesday night as Carrero will work the ball down to the left corner and happy just to rag the ball and waste time. Klassen looking like he can't be bothered. He's just sauntering along with the ball there. That's kind of the look he gets sometimes from Klassen. For a moment, it looks like he can't be bothered. And the next minute, he's rushing the net and popping one, climbing a ladder play. Ball comes loose. Bucinius will pick it up, and it'll bounce free and picked up again by Bucinius. 1-on-2. Great job there. Penalty still has a minute left on it, but a great kill here early by the penalty kill unit number 1 of Dave Bremner. He's got all those players back from injury. Remember the patchwork penalty kill unit that was having all kinds of trouble earlier in the season appears to have righted itself. And righted itself well. Klassen takes a shot there and a save made by Stewart. And that was a nasty stinger coming in. Stewart equal to that one. 25 seconds left to go in the man advantage. Bourne into the zone. Right side, he's got help down low right off the bench. Here comes Thomas. He'll feed it back. Thomas reaching for it. Had to climb high for it. Now Mon with it. He'll work it back to the top of the point. He's got Nanowski. Nanowski takes a shot there, and boy, just off the shoulder of Beggs. I think Beggs got a small piece of that, and they race for it, and it'll be Cram with it, who steals it right in front of the crease. Man out, Pavetta sees his man in front, takes a shot, shoots and scores, and beautiful pass there by Pavetta, and found McDougall. I think that's McDougall in all that sea of players down there. Watch this, right out of the penalty box came the player, and Pavetta found his man in front, and that was Evan McDougall playing for Canisius in the NCAA, but a former OJBLL product in McDougall. And what a job there. More on the pass, almost less on the McDougall goal, because you got to watch that replay again. I kind of talked all over it, but as you could see in the replay, it was old Luca Pavetta spying the headman. Great job on that headman pass there by Pavetta.
Luca Pavetta and number 91, Cody Cram. Time of the goal, 10:34. McDougall from Pavetta and Cram at 10:34.
So McDougall, I've got it unofficially as his 3rd of the regular season. And is that a hat trick for McDougall? I do believe it is. If I've got that right, that's his 3rd tonight, because he came in without a goal, and he's got 3 now. So a couple hat tricks going here tonight for the Shamrocks. But what a pass. There's a shot, save made by Beggs, as that went off the left leg. Number 12, Harrison, on the release. And they're going to say before the shot, I think it might have been a moving screen violation against the Timbermen, so the shot might not count. Check that right now. Shots 31-15 in favor of the Shamrocks here, just past the halfway mark of the second period. 8:30 now on the countdown, second period. Shamrocks working the ball well. They've dominated all night for that opening few minutes there, that opening face-off. There's a shot and a save made there. Klassen in tight, and the ball comes loose. Reaching for it behind the net was Jay Stewart. I owe you Stewart's numbers as the mainstay. As Prontak comes into the zone now with the ball, he's got help on the right side from Thomas. Swinging left, Irving. He takes a shot towards goal. It hits the end board. It's going to go all the way over and back, and Jay Stewart will pick up. Stewart's numbers, 1-7-0-1, a 9.30 goals against average, an 8.28 save percentage. His last outing for Stewart was back on the 5th of July, just a couple days ago. There's Sunday, and that 9-4 loss at Queen's Park versus the Bellies. What a good performance in the loss. 53 saves on 62 shots, so an 8.55 save percentage, but took the loss, did Stewart. 9-4 loss, as I said, against the Salmon Bellies at Queen's Park. There's Mon. Works it left side, O'Leary. Back to Mon. Mon with the lane here is just going to walk right in. Here comes Mon, takes a shot right off the shoulder of Beggs, a point blanker. And now a chance on a breakaway pass here going end to end. Jenner takes a low shot there and a save made. Beautiful shot there as Jenner was spied coming out of the zone. And Hudson Jenner with a nice little foray towards net, but an even better stop there by Jay Stewart, reading it all the way. Janowski, left side to O'Leary. He spins off a check that he spun off two of them, loads up, takes a shot, right pad save by Beggs. Back onto the stick. And the Shamrock player behind the net and out of the zone here with speed. Here come the Shamrocks. It was number 46, the newcomer Parker Sorensen. 3 seasons with the aforementioned Salmon Bellies and Sorensen, but one of the players that Dave Bremner's really excited to have picked up at the trade deadline. Loose ball there on the right side. Mon picks it up. Crushed by a couple checks here, and a chance here on a headman breakaway chance here. Here comes Pavetta. Full break. Can he catch him from behind? Can't do it. Takes a shot. And where is it? It's in the net. But they're going to say must have been in the crease. Pavetta, no goal on the play. Pavetta looked to have scored there. And it will go for naught. Nice little headman to produce that breakaway for Pavetta. And you really notice him. So he's got some tape on the left leg of Pavetta. I think there's blood there. If that's what I see, right? It's actually shoots and scores. I was so busy looking at Pavetta's right leg. I missed the shot coming in here. We'll watch the replay and try to get the story straight. I was paying attention to Pavetta's left leg. He's got that huge bandage on it. And there was a shot. There was no screen in front. That one went right past Grayson Beggs. As it worked to the left side, I think it was number 4, in fact, Archer Irving, one of the AP call-ups. It should be Irving, and I think the assist is going to be Mon. That's Rylan Mon. And number 2, Daniel O'Leary as the second assist. Here's the call from Jordan Smith. Ball picked up now by Connolly as it rolled safely to. Here's Jordan now.
Assist to number 32, Rylan Vaughn. And number 2, Dan O'Leary. Time of the goal, 14-17. Irving from Vaughn and O'Leary.
So Irving from Mon and O'Leary. There's a shot and a save made again by Stewart. And into the air was number 5, Anderson. Dylan Anderson looking for his 4th goal of the night. Ball gets past Klassen. It'll be Bishop over the line into the offensive zone. He's got Thomas in support. Thomas will work it right to left. O'Leary assisted on the play moments ago. He's got the ball now. Here's Dan O'Leary, works it to Thompson. Takes a long shot there, and Beggs with the stop has the ball now. And he'll feed it to the left side. Notice Beggs with a brand new set of pads. They look like they're fresh out of the box. Nice clean look for Beggs, new to the club, but not new to the league. Leads the league, does Beggs, in save percentage. Came in with an .871 save percentage starting tonight. That's about 10 points higher than the next closest. There's a shot and a save made there again by Stewart. Since coming in relief. And he's not quite closed the door, but come close. And they're banging on the glass there for the penalty. It was just picked up here by, I think, Nick Pavetta. And Pavetta comes into the penalty box, and I'm looking at all that tape. I can see it a little closer on his leg. You can't see it at home because Pavetta's got his back to the 2 cameras, but it's giving the illusion. That's a tape all along his right shin as the squeegee man comes out for a cleanup right in the exchange area in front of the Nanaimo Timbermen's bench. Yeah, for a second there. A penalty to Pavetta. And that'll, a 2-minute minor, should I say. That'll put Nanaimo back on the power play. Unofficially, I've got it as their 3rd tonight, 0 for 2. I've got them unofficially. Here's the call.
2 minutes for a dead ball foul.
So dead ball foul to Pavetta, and that created all the banging on the glass as the Shamrock players appreciated the effort from their veteran in Pavetta, coming back from that lower body injury. Pavetta playing with the Utah Utes. Glad to have him back in the lineup for this playoff run that Dave Bremner hopes is a long one. And we certainly taught a lesson there for these Shamrocks on Saturday afternoon against the Adnaks. They're going to have to remember that. And they're working hard tonight. Here's Anderson, takes a shot there. And with no stick in his hand was Lee. And Lee just kicked the ball into the corner. Morgan Lee did. A little athletic play there by Lee. I've really liked the look of him tonight. He's been one of the standout players here for Nanaimo. Going to be loading up with all those draft picks they picked up from the Adnaks. In the exchange of all those players they lost, the Tyson Fontellas, the Ethan Gordons, and the Keenan DeWitts finally in their lineup. Lost the ball there. Cram picks it up here near side. It's a 1-on-2. Lost it there. Mon picks it up, but he was caught from behind, and a shot clock will expire as Mon sent a prayer towards the net, which missed well wide. 35 seconds left to go. And the man advantage here for Nanaimo. And the whistle sounds and the clock's back in play, and 30 seconds left to go. Pavetta will be on his feet shortly. Captain with the ball here, Thompson. Under 3 minutes to go here, clock time in this second period. 9-2 the score. Lee Klassen looks up. Happy just to hold the ball here at the point. A lot of pushing and shoving. Carrero mixed in immediately. Klassen, fake to go around, spins off a check. Low shot there, and boy, he almost had a short-handed goal with 5 seconds left to go in the minor to Pavetta. And now it'll be picked up here on the near side. Kind of chases his way around a man. There's Mon, and out of the box as the ball just comes free. Fresh 30 here for the Timbermen with 2:20 left to go here in the second period. Mon swings it left side, back to Mon, give and go O'Leary. Mon picks in front. He's got help from now Irving, but Irving checked hard off the ball. Good kick play to have it come free, and Irving going to be caught on the over and back as it looked like Sorensen was in on him. Nice defensive play there by the Shamrocks. Penalty obviously over. You could hear that little electronic sound they make in the building. It'll be picked up here with exactly 2 minutes to go, and the clock is running again here late in the third period. McDougall, boy, he's been great. Good pass to the far wall. Trying to get around his man, Dorian Connolly. Back to McDougall. McDougall in the corner. Good check there to drop his man. Now he's got on him is Gunderson, and a collision there just behind the net. And a couple players got dumped, but no sweat stain. It's not enough to worry about, says Darcy Taggett, the lead referee. Now Nanaimo, born with it, gains the zone. Thomas down to the corner, right side. He's got help from Nanowski. He'll work the ball around off the elbow. He's forced back to retreat. Right side here, Thomas again. And notice Thomas and Nanowski, they've been good, the pair of them tonight. But trouble with the ball there as he's nearly chased off it, running out of time. 5 seconds, Thompson better hurry. Checked by a pair, completely sandwiched, and now away with the ball here, going the other way. Here comes Anderson. He's got 2 tonight. We got about a minute and 5 seconds left to go here in this second frame. You should hear from Jordan in a moment. Fresh pair of legs, full wholesale line change made there by the Shamrocks. It'll be Pollock. Feeds his man. Top of the right elbow. Now we go left side. Klassen couldn't find the lane. Nice job there. Gets it to Pollock. Pollock with a shot, a point blanker right off the shoulder of Stewart, and it came right back into Pollock's stick. Now Thompson with it at the right point. Thompson back to Carrero. Left side, Carrero. He'll feed in front. One-timer there. Off the crossbar. Down and out. Never went in. Back to Grayson Thompson. Now behind the net. Klassen reaching up high for it. And where's the ball now? It springs free. And they're going to say the timeout. I think Dave Bremner with a fresh possession there wanted to call timeout and did so. So it's going to be timeout by the Shamrocks as Darcy Taggett and his assistant Nate Chason having a little conversation about what they just saw there. But yeah, we'll head down to the bench and see what the coaches have got chalked up on the board there as the instructions coming in from assistant head coach. And my guest again, one more time, and big thanks to the man on the pen there. That's Darren Rising down there in the midst of all those players, sorting out how they want to work this final was it 27 seconds? I think I saw 25.3, excuse me, his final 25.3. So no shot clock in effect, obviously, under 30 to go here. And coming out of the timeout, it'll be Shamrocks ball here in the offensive zone with Jay Stewart in relief from tonight's starter, Boston McDonald. But you can't really fault McDonald. You know, he had to face all those power play situations. That back-to-back double minor, I think, caused the Nanaimo Timbermen fits. And we got the squeegee man coming out. And as I said, there's a big crowd in here. Listen to them making a lot of noise for the squeegee man coming out to get a little work done down on aisle 4. I mentioned the Shamrocks Junior B Club in here on Saturday afternoon, but final regular season game for these Shamrocks, the Junior A's. I'll have the Poco Saints in here at 3:30 on Saturday. Did I say Friday? I think I should say actually Saturday, folks. It'll be a Saturday Junior B semifinal, game 1 of the best of 3 against Langley. That's right here at the Q Center, 12:30 on Saturday. 15 seconds left to go here in this second period as the building suddenly got quiet. McDougall looking up at the clock to try to time the final shot here. Right side, big shot in tight there. Clausen thought he had one, but a good stop there by Jay Stewart, and that's going to do it for 40 minutes as a long prayer shot towards an empty net goes for naught by Nanaimo, so that's going to do it for 40 minutes. Shots on goal after 40. It's 40 shots for the Victoria Shamrocks and 20 for the Nanaimo Timbermen. 9-2 the score here. Well in control. I don't want to say you're going to file this under R for routine, but it's been sort of back-to-back lopsided periods, although Nanaimo played a much, much better second period, I would say, without a doubt. And they're certainly fighting their way to try to stay in this ball game, but down by a bunch, down by 7. But it's a game of rushes, it's a game of runs, and you'd never want to take any opponent lightly, certainly not these Nanaimo Timbermen. You heard in that coach's show talking about how they had loaded up last year, and they are going to be loading up again next year with all those draft picks coming. More on that as we will get into the third period in a moment. It's 9-2 Shamrocks on top here on a Tuesday night. Hope you're enjoying this one. We'll be back in about 9.5 minutes with third period action. 9-2 the score, Shamrocks on top. We will be right back. Okay, folks, we're back after 40 minutes, getting set here now for third period action with the Shamrocks up 9-2 here on a Tuesday night. Only game in town. Only game in the league is what I was trying to say. Tomorrow night, Wednesday, 8th of July, a pair of games actually will be the Salmon Bellies at the Lakers, the Adnacks at the Islanders tomorrow night. Just one tonight in the league, and you're with us now and attacking left to right here with another chance in front here. Thompson, and he lost the handle there as they had a beautiful end-to-end pass right off the face-off. But we're rolling here in the third period with, of course, Nanaimo now attacking right to left in black, and opposite being true with the Shamrocks left to right. Now the ball here under the control, number 77, Thomas. Thomas looking for a lane. Takes a low bounce shot there, but misses high over the net, and it'll bounce free. As the ball comes in, and it's played here again by Grayson Beggs. And Beggs will dish off here, and here come the Shamrocks out of the defensive zone into the offensive zone in Nanaimo. Nice little move here to his left. Brecken Williams, number 9, make a play and dish off. He's got room here with help here to the left side. Low shot in tight on Jay Stewart, and Stewart makes a stop. Second one in, and it was a tough handcuffer, the second one on Stewart, but he was equal to that. Now the Nanaimo Timbermen trying to make a play here. Big check there on to Irving. He had that late goal to Irving. Bounce pass connects to Johnson with the ball here. Reed Johnson will feed to the point O'Leary, and now with help on the right side, it's Nanowski. He'll feed again to Irving with a shot there. He was picked up by his own man. They score. And his own man was Reed Johnson, and Johnny on the spot. Reed Johnson picks it up. Watch this. Great ball movement here by the Timbermen, and a long shot there. And it came right back out off the save, and Reed Johnson right on the doorstep. Watch this. It's a very unusual little looking play. Irving with the ball here. Here's Irving. He senses the moving screen set up in front. The screen doesn't fool Beggs. Beggs makes the shot, but the rebound comes out, and right on the doorstep was number 8, Reed Johnson, for what should be his 3rd goal of the regular season.
Reed Johnson. Top of the goal, 136. Johnson unassisted at 136.
So they're saying unassisted because of the save there by Beggs, but a beautiful bit of work there by Irving, who really made that whole thing happen. Johnson credited with the goal, his 3rd of the regular season. I should have mentioned too, and I will now. Yeah, he had 3 assists there in that loss there at Queen's Park there on Sunday. He had 1 goal scorer in Mon, who scored them all for Nanaimo, all 4 of Nanaimo's goals there on Sunday night at New West in that 9-4 loss. But 3 of the assists were Reed Johnson, who just made it a 6-goal ball game as the ball comes free of the playing area, high into the protective netting. But they're going to say it went off a Shamrock player, so it's a fresh 30 here for the Timbermen, down by 6, but fighting to come back. Lost ball there. It's a breakaway. End-to-end action. Here comes Sorensen. Walking in alone. Takes the shot. Save made there. Excuse me. Missed the net, I think, entirely. I thought it might have gone off the fingertips. Not the case. I think Sorensen just plain missed that as it was coming off the end of his stick. So Reed. So Sorensen, Parker Sorensen on the breakaway. I had just talked about his former club, and there's a shot and a save made there by Beggs. I just talked about his former club moments before that. Steal by Sorensen, and he went 200 feet end-to-end right on to Jay Stewart. But Stewart, nary to make a stop there, made one just now. Another good stop by Stewart since coming in relief. He's been real solid. And now back to Wade on a save fresh 30. It is not, must have not been touched by Jay Stewart. And running out of time now. Here comes Wade. Stutter steps to his right. He'll work left. No look chance there. Takes a shot. Misses the net entirely, and it's a shot clock violation. And the ball will be under the control of the Nanaimo Timbermen with just 3.5 minutes gone here in this third period. Johnson now with it. Chased all the way to the bench of the Shamrocks. I'm sure he's putting up with a couple of cat calls. He was nearly caught from behind as that junior B player, number 9, and Williams got a good piece of him there to the corner. Johnson, he'll go to the right side. Nanowski, shot towards goal there, and it went off the end board's high bounce and all the way down. It'll be an over and back. It'll be Shamrocks' ball as Pavetta lost his stick. I don't know if we can get the camera tight in on Pavetta's left knee as he walks towards goal here. As he walks, I think has he picked up a penalty again, Pavetta? Let's see if we can get a look at his knee there. The camera down there. It sure is unusual. It looks like fluid that's bled through that bandage there. He's a tough customer. Is Luca Pavetta, number 8. He's in the penalty box again.
2 minutes for illegal cross-check.
So illegal cross-check is just heard from Jordan.
Pavetta, 2 minutes for illegal cross-check.
O'Leary. But there's a shot and they score on the power play. And it connects for the Timbermen, and 2 goals in about 3 minutes has got the Timbermen starting to knock on the door as Pavetta takes the unceremonious walk from the penalty box all the way back to the bench with that tape job just below the right kneecap. I mean, watch the play here. Works from the left side to the top of the right elbow, and a beautiful release there by, I think that was number 32, Mon. That is Ryland Mon. I think O'Leary's going to get the primary, and the secondary will be Nanowski.
Scored on the power play by number 32, Ryland Mon. Assist to number 2, Dan O'Leary. And number 43, Connor Nanowski.
So Mon with the goal. Unofficially, I've got that at his 10th of the regular season for Mon. Nanowski picking up the secondary assist, as you just heard there from Jordan Smith. So don't look now, but suddenly it's a 9-4 ball game. And Nanaimo, who gave up 6 unanswered goals there after they scored 8 seconds off the face-off after the national anthem. And were scored on 6 times in a row, including less than 5 seconds to go, or just over 5 seconds left to go in that first period. And since then, it's been uphill climbing, but they played a much better second period. In relief came Stewart, who had a little trouble getting out of his net. And they're going to say a violation here, as and here our 30-second timer is. That referee you can see down there standing on the stool, that's Kyson Garrett Webb, and he just called a time clock violation, or excuse me, hold on, we got a penalty here coming up against Nanaimo, so back onto the power play of the Shamrocks. Shoots and scores, and Dylan Anderson's got another one, and that should be his 4th of the night. It is. And he's hit the 18-goal mark. 4 goals tonight. And I didn't even have time to let Jordan call that penalty. And just like that, Dylan Anderson, beautiful little play there. Watch this ball movement. Left corner over, spies Anderson at the side of the net. He had an open net. That was about as easy as they come. Almost a gift goal there for Anderson from Carrero with the beautiful pass. And Klassen, excuse me, it would be McDougall on the secondary.
Anderson, assist to number 13, Marcelo Carrero. And number 28, Evan McDougall.
So Carrero and Evan McDougall picking it up. By the way, McDougall not with a hat trick. He's on a hat trick watch. He's got 2 plus a whole pile of assists. And his numbers, boy, look him up. McDougall, he's got the ball now. Here's McDougall, takes a low shot there and a save made by Stewart. And if that one had gone in, it would have been the Hattie. But McDougall gets it back to a 6-goal lead here for the Shamrocks. You kind of needed something positive to happen for the men in green. It wasn't that the game was getting away, but there's a couple of little sloppy moments as Williams all over. That's all over number 9, Johnson. And Johnson did a good job hanging on the ball, maintaining possession here for the Timbermen. Timbermen with the ball now. Nanowski, he's had a good game, but he lost track of the shot clock, and running out of last time on that one. And it'll be Williams, Brecken Williams, pass off to his captain here, Thompson. These junior B players that come in on these fill-in assignments all season have been just superb for Dave Bremner. and his coaching staff, they have absolutely soaked up huge minutes. There's a shot and a low save there off the stick of Stewart, and Stewart will flip it to the right side outlet. That's number 56, Garcia. As he's almost caught in huge traffic, Garcia, he's surrounded, 1, 2, 3, and a big check, and Garcia, nothing he could do with a headman passing out of Thompson. He's walking in all low, takes a shot, and just missing wide, as Garcia had not 1, not 2, but 3 Shamrocks draped all over him. Big trouble there, and Garcia can only do so much. He's like, fellas, I need help here. There's a shot and a save made by Stewart again off the stick, but a great rebound, and it's back to Garcia, who once again is being absolutely hammered trying to come out of the zone. Garcia's probably saying, what do I got to do to catch a break? And he takes a check from behind and falls flat to the floor, and very slow to get up is Garcia. And boy, you want to talk about a tough shift for number 56. Boy, he is lumbering back to the bench. What a tough customer in AJ Garcia. Boy, putting up yeoman's work on that last shift. And a save made there by Beggs. Watch Garcia here, absolutely getting just hammered. And there's this check from behind. No call on the play. And boy, I think the Shamrocks got lucky. I think it might have been Klassen. Was that Klassen on him? I think so. Here, watch this bang right on the back. And yeah, guess what? It was Jet Klassen. And he is in the penalty box. There you go. Sometimes I call the game from up here. Sometimes I actually get the odd call right. And yeah, penalty for sure. Glad the referees got that. But boy, what a tough customer. Number 56, AJ Garcia. And I'm not just talking about hitting the floor hard like that, absorbing the check from behind, but really what he put up with, that abuse there at the center floor logo, and he was surrounded by Shamrock players and almost hung on to the ball throughout that melee of green shirts. Here's Bucinius shorthanded behind the net, working magic, tried the dive wrap, but that one is going to fail as the shot clock came to its conclusion, and it's rolling again now here on a fresh 30 for the Timbermen as they gain the zone here, up a man, unofficially their 5th of the night. We got them 1 for 4. The Timbermen, here's O'Leary, feeds to the right side, low shot there coming from Johnson, and a save made by Beggs, as he's been superb. Beggs tonight, it's allowed 4, but now it's a 2-on-1 rush. Pavetta, nice pick there in front. No, a shot by Cram, and a save made there by Stewart. And what a job there. Cram came in, but an even better little last-second pick there by Pavetta to allow Cram the time to get that shot off. And a great stop there by Jay Stewart. 33 seconds left to go. Klassen on his feet in the penalty box. Short-handed with possession. 15 seconds left here. Shamrocks plenty of time. Happy just to rag and hold control here. Back to the captain, Thompson. He'll stutter step, hold it, top of the elbow, trying to get around his man, run out of time. Takes a shot there, and actually I think he got the shot off before the shot clock had gone off. And it's a fresh 30 here for the short-handed Shamrocks, and the captain absolutely causing fits in the crease area of the Timbermen. And that's it, out of the box. Klassen back on the floor. His instructions straight to the bench. He almost tried to make a defensive play there as the ball appeared in front of him on Nanowski's stick. Now to the left side, it'll be rolling here to Irving. He's had a good game in his own rights. Irving probably owed an assist. He won't get it. Thompson with the ball now, takes a shot, save made. Beggs. He'll pick it up in the quick scoop there in the green paint of the crease area, and away with the ball here down the right side come the Shamrocks on the counterattack. Anderson with the ball now. Into the zone, Wade, he'll carry it and go wide to buy some time. He's got help here. Connolly trying to make a pick in front. Now Wade, top of the circle, takes a shot, shoots and scores. And Wade with a beautiful moving screen set up in front of him. And you watch the feet of Jet Klassen here. An absolute picture-perfect play here. Watch this. Ball picks up here, and Wade sees Klassen, who just set up that pick there, making kind of like Moses parting the Red Seas, if you will. Watch this. Wade here right side, and Klassen, just over the left side of your pitcher, comes in here, or excuse me, it was Pollock with Bucinius down low. But watch, Klassen picks his man there, and it's Pollock that pulls his check away. Excuse me, it was Pollock pulling his check, but irrespective, an absolutely beautiful shot towards goal, and it buries And I think Carrero is going to get the primary, Bucinius the secondary.
Dawson Wade. Assistant number 13, Marcelo Carrero. And number 22, Phil Bucinius.
So there you go. So Wade with his 9th goal of the regular season, pair of goals on the night for Wade. Maybe one of the prettier plays we've seen tonight. And I just mean in terms of all that ball movement. That's just the way they chalk it up. Here's another long shot, that one missing, and that's going to be a clock violation. And with the score 11-4, it'll be Nanaimo ball here. But hold on, we got another penalty. Yes, we do, against Nanaimo. And it's looks like number 21 is going to be Bourne, one of the AP call-ups. Yeah, I like the professionalism of the club. You know, they got all these APs, and everybody's got a nice, newly stitched name bar. Everybody's looking sharp, clean, nice look, very professional look job here done by the Timbermen. There's a shot towards goal, a no-looker there from Dylan Anderson. He's got 4 on the night. That would have been 5 if not for the great work on the point blanker by Jay Stewart. Ball comes loose, slapping away at Carrero, comes away with it. Great job by Anderson, who broke that up. Carrero takes a shot off the shoulder of Stewart. Rebound comes back to the captain, Thompson, and a player dump side of the net. They're going to say a moving screen, or actually a loose ball push, I think, if I saw the hand signal right. We'll call it a loose ball push, and it'll be Nanaimo ball here coming out of the zone. O'Leary lost the handle with Sorensen snapping at him, and the ball comes loose into the far left corner. And now Pavetta with that bandage on the right knee, trying to pick it up. And somebody's lost the stick. In fact, I think it's the Nanaimo player. It is. And away with the ball will be Sorensen. And Pavetta will race to the floor, race to the bench. And Thompson will just wait for help to come. And it'll be Anderson now. It'll be Pollock now with it on a give and go back to Thompson. Thompson worked it left side. Klassen, long shot there, save made into the 5-hole, but it's still loose down the crease area, and a crease violation with a Shamrock player will be a turnover. And now speed down the right wing. Here comes Lee again. All that speed from Lee. Watch out. Spins away from a check down on that Zamboni corral area as he's got Sorensen all over him. But Lee, what a speedster, absolutely hangs onto the ball as he's getting absolutely crunched along that tunnel. And somebody's lost a helmet. It is Lee, and he is going to go off. But what an absolute set of wheels on that young man. Pay attention to number 24. Welcome to the league there, Morgan Lee. What a player he is. Anderson, nobody on him. Thought he was going to shoot. Goes back to Thompson. Takes a shot. Shoulder stop there. Maybe it was off the elbow of Stewart. Irrespective, save made. Back to Pollock. Looks over his shoulder. Fresh 30 is Bourne back on the floor. And it's a successfully killed penalty, but a no-look over the shoulder shot towards goal by Carrero, and he buries over the right shoulder of Stewart. Watch this ball come in. Again, Pollock setting the pick there on the left side, and not even looking was Carrero, and he just goes right, quick as you like, over his left shoulder. Pollock feeds it to the left side. I think McDougall is going to get the primary assist. Yeah, it was McDougall. McDougall spied Carrero, and Carrero, without even looking over his shoulder, does a quick little flip. And that is a beautiful little bit of business by Carrero, and puts that one away. And it's now 12-4. The Shamrocks on top here on a Tuesday night in the BCJA LL. My name's Clay Cochran, alongside my wonderful team, Stan Budden, Aaron McCandless on camera, Chris Brudden, our producer-engineer, and Anthony's brother, statistician Jordan Smith. This is his voice now.
Marcelo Carrero. Assist to number 28, Evan McDougall. And number 66, Ben Polk. Top of the goal, 1308.
So Carrero from McDougall and Pollock. I spied that right. There's an attempt there, another high climber for Klassen that just misses. Now, a whole bunch of players tonight in the Shamrocks with 2 goals and multiple assists, as they had that flurry of 15-goal plus games there in that 3-game road trip. I was talking to the assistant coach and the coaches show, Darren Rising, about, and talked about those 3 games, and then, yeah, that big, uncomfortable kind of lump on the throat loss there against the Adanacs. There's a shot towards goal there, diving through the crease area, and a save made by Beggs, but a tough loss, where dominating loss, where basically the Adanacs, they dominated there in a game that the Shamrocks didn't play poorly on Saturday. I mean, it wasn't great, but it wasn't disciplined. I thought the discipline was excellent, really, on Saturday, and they did have a lead. They scored the opening goal. They played well in the opening 5 minutes of all three periods, did the Shamrocks on Saturday against the Adanacs. We got a timeout called here by Victoria, as Grayson Beggs will come to the bench and get a drink of water and discuss things over with his backup tonight, which is number 44, Angus Snow. We talked about Snow finally, for the first time all season, getting a night off. He hasn't had a night off all year, as the Shamrocks coming in third place in the league with that 9-6-0 record. With a victory tonight, and that looks like it's looking more than likely, they'll momentarily find themselves in second spot, up at 19 points. But Poco, the Saints, by the end of tonight's game, the Poco Saints will have 2 games in hand. And their next 2 games, I'll check that for you in a moment. Here's Thompson with the ball coming out of the timeout. And the Shamrocks up 12-4 with under 6 left to go. And we're kind of into what you call garbage time in the broadcast business. Klassen and his toe just touched the back of the white line behind the crease area of Jay Stewart, and you can see him just losing his momentum there. His body was heading south, and he wanted it to hang north for a little longer. Now another play here by Garcia, and that time he eluded a pair of checks. Thompson on him, but a nice pass there. Garcia finds his man on the right side, Nanowski. Nanowski now look to play it. Back to Johnson. Johnson back to Nanowski. Excuse me, that is Thomas with it. Takes a shot there and sounded like it hit the crossbar and came back out. Fresh 30 here for the Timbermen. Nice pass, connects with Thompson. Back to the left side, Johnson. And now he's got Irving. He finds his man, Thomas again. And Thomas back to Johnson. Johnson now working it. Lost control of it. Big check there. Ryan, I think Pemberton got a check on him, and away with it will come number 93, Cooper Anderson, down across the line. Here's Anderson now, the assistant captain. He's got Wade on the right side. Remember, Wade famously had that 3 points in 3 minutes. I said it incorrectly there. I was talking about it on Saturday night. I said 3 goals in 3 seconds. Yeah, that'd be nice. There's a shot, and that one's going to bury, and it's Carrero, and there's his hat trick. One of the other players on a hat trick watch tonight was Marcelo Carrero, and Carrero scores the goal. And McDougall's going to pick up the primary assist. He's had a big night. I think McDougall's got 5, if not 6 points on McDougall. And Dawson Wade picking up the late helper on that one as well. So unofficially, as you watch this ball here, and falling to the floor, bang, paid the price for it. Look at this one more time, right into the zone. And it was that Businius, I think, was coming in, trying to set a pick there. And it worked over, and a headband pass there, picked up there by Carrero. One-handed on the pass and one-handed on the shot. Holy smokes, I didn't notice that on the first replay. What a bit of performance there by Marcelo Carrero. That is his 20th. No, that's his 21st, folks. Man, I worked my penmanship here. Now that was Carrero's 21st goal of the regular season.
Scored by number 13, Marcelo Carrero. Assist to number 28, Evan McDougall. And number 19, Dawson Wade.
So Carrero with a no-look goal over his shoulder.
Carrero from McDougall.
Then that one-handed. Well, he's just being the absolute jester, trickster tonight. There's a shot and a elbow stop there by Jay Stewart. A big hit there. Oh, that's going to be a penalty against Pollock. Oof. He caught that player high with speed. Oh, boy. Don't like the look of that. Very slow to get up. I'm trying to see. Yeah, it was number 18 there. Prizeman. I haven't actually called. I'm not sure if I've called Jack Prizeman's number much tonight at all. Yeah, he caught that high, so it's going to be Pollock. If it's going to be a double minor, it's a major. Yeah, I thought it might just be. And so that's a major to Pollock. And that's going to kind of be it for Pollock's night as we're under 5 minutes to play, 3:45 to be exact. So 5 minutes for the high sticking, but a breakaway chance here, shorthanded, walking in. Cram takes a shot off the post. The right post to you, the viewer, left post to Stewart. And Cram stealing the ball and going 200 feet. Quinn Cram coming very close to scoring his 6th of the regular season. That would have been a shorty with Pollock in the penalty box to finish the ball game. I wasn't sure if it would be a 4-minute double minor or what ended up happening there. It was a 5, and I think the referees, Darcy Tygat and Nate Chason, got that one right. There was any intent to injure, of course, but it was just a clumsy check, and boy, sure hope that player's going to be all right. He's got his helmet off, does Prizeman, and get the ice pack on the back of the helmet. That's going to be a headache. He's taking the bus ride back to Nanaimo tonight to the Frank Crane. An unpleasant trip back for Prizeman. Hope he's going to be okay. Ball comes loose. And now, a shot clock violation against the Shamrocks, shorthanded now on the power play here again for another, well, till the end of the ball game it would be. They can score as many as they want in Nanaimo. The comeback's obviously going to fall quite short. There's a shot and a save made by Beggs, and that one came right in and off the stick of Beggs, and away with the ball here comes the Shamrocks, up by a pile, 11 to be exact, into the zone. Anderson, he'll jink his way to the right side. Carrero into the zone. I said Carrero's hat trick. I'm not sure. I think he's got 4. In fact, I might have miscounted one of them. There's been so many goals here, especially in this third period. There are only 4 goals in that second period, but boy, in the third, it is just absolutely lit up. The goal light's been on a lot here in this third period. Now down the left side, here's O'Leary trying to get something, any kind of momentum going here for Nanaimo. They've come in and they played a good game, has Nanaimo. Just all this talent here. There's a shot and a save made, and Beggs doing a great job there. Shots on goal now 53-30 in favor of the Shamrocks. They have been unbelievable tonight. Down in the corner, shorthanded, just hanging on to it. And it'll be dished off here as Guibault gives off to Wade, fresh onto the floor as directions being pointed around by Klassen, and Klassen and Wade will go off with Thompson calling for the ball now. He's got it at the top of the right point, takes a shot there at the end of the shot clock, and now it'll be Lee with the ball here, getting some power play minutes. All these APs out here. In fact, I think he's flooded the floor here as Ty Yanko with nothing but APs here in this final foray. An attempt here on the man advantage. They sure love to get one here late and get to 5 goals on the night. Right side, long shot coming there, and it was a bounce shot. O'Leary came close, and it's picked up here in the corner, out of the corner. Harrison with it. And now scooping it up here behind the net. Run out of time is Mon. And they've actually got a fresh 30 on that, much to touch the goaltender. Under 30 to go. Right side now to the left. O'Leary takes a shot and a save made. Picked up here by the Shamrocks. Captain with the ball here, and it's going to be a headman pass. It's going to work out. Ollie Pemberton walking in short-handed. Takes a shot, shoots and scores, and it's a short-handed goal with 11.1 seconds to go. I think Grayson Thompson, it'll be Quinn Cram will pick up the only assist, the primary. Look at this pass from Quinn Cram right onto the low scoop of Ollie Pemberton, and Pemberton goes low and buries short-handed. Pemberton's going to watch this nice little check there in front. The ball comes loose. It's picked up by Cram with an absolutely perfectly weighted ball. Boy, just like that goal, I don't know if you saw that this morning. Egypt scored what would have been their 2-0 goal, but they called it back on a beautifully weighted ball, and that was a perfectly weighted pass by Cram onto the stick of Pemberton. And 3-2-1, that's going to do it. Save made there by Beggs. And that's a final shots, 55-32.
Shamrocks is on Saturday. 3:30 start right here at the Q Center. But before that, the Tier 1 skip out the second round of the Tier 1 playoffs. 12:30 start right here at the Q Center. Doubleheader of Shamrocks Lacrosse.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for joining us this evening, and be sure to get home safe.
Yeah, so as you just heard there, as I said earlier, don't forget the Tier 1 Junior Bs will be in the building here playing Game 1 of their best of 3 against the Langley Thunder on Saturday afternoon at 12:30. 12:30 Saturday right here at the Q Center for the Junior Bs. And then on completion of that, they'll have the warm-up, and it'll be the final home game of the regular season for these Shamrocks. The Junior A's will hit the floor at 3:30 and host the Poco Saints. We'll be back here with a pregame show online at probably just about a little bit after 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That's going to be just about a wrap from us tonight. Final score 13-4. The Shamrocks on top. We're going to have a quick look. I'm not sure if the team put together a set of replays. We'll see what they got together for us. But final shots on goal tonight were, as I said, 52-32 in favor of the Shamrocks in front of a crowd. I never did get the final number, but boy, it was a pretty decent crowd in here, well north of 200 folks in the building, somewhere in that vicinity. Here's that beautiful goal set up on that swing pass, a power play goal there to Dylan Anderson. I think that was Anderson's 4th of the night on that one. And then Pollock set up Carrero, and I think is this Carrero's no-looker here? Yeah, when he no-looks it in the back of the net. Look at that. And I think that actually was Carrero's 3rd goal of the night. I think that was his hat trick. And here's the final goal that we'll set up here on the replay, and that was Carrero's dive, that one-hander. So really, what a beautiful set of stats. No, we're going to do one more here. There's that beautiful headman pass, perfectly weighted from Quinn Cram right on the stick of Ollie Pemberton. Pemberton puts that home, and a shorthanded goal to finish that. Beautiful evening of lacrosse, and just a stellar performance by the Shamrocks. I'll tell you, these APs for Nanaimo, I'll name them: Irving, Prizeman, Bourne, Lee, Kilgore, Flint. He took a hit. Mon, Gunderson, Nanowski, and AJ Garcia. That guy can play. These APs came in and they put up a heck of a performance here tonight against, let's just say it out loud, a superior club in both talent and experience in the Shamrocks, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's just the way the cookie crumbles from time to time. But boy, full marks to Nanaimo. Their only trip to the Q Center this regular season, and they came in with all those APs, and I thought they were excellent and worth their weight in salt, and that's putting it mildly. That's going to do it for us. By the way, just before we sign off here, Timbermen, they're now dropped to 2-13 on the regular 2-14, excuse me, on the regular season. The Shamrocks, they improved to to 10-6-0. I had that right. Timbermen 2-13-0. They remain in 8th spot in the BCJALL. The Shamrocks, they're up momentarily in 2nd place, but as I said, Poco with their 2 games in hand, and they host the Islanders on Friday night. Good chance they'll get the 2 points in that one, and then they're here, of course, the next day against the Shamrocks, and nothing will be bigger than that one. And hopefully they'll have some bus legs, the Poco Saints, when they come over. I doubt it. With these young men are in such great shape. Thanks again to all of our sponsors, our army of volunteers, and you, the fans. As I said, that next Shamrocks game will be 3:30 p.m. Saturday. Saints, that's a final for us. On behalf of the whole team here, that was, of course, Aaron McCandless and Stan Budden on camera. Anthony Budden, our statistician. My producer-engineer tonight is Brother Chris. And, of course, our in-house voice was Jordan Smith. Thanks for all of you tuning in tonight. Clay Cochran saying a good night. Until next time, it's Clay Cochran saying good night from the southern tip of Vancouver Island.